It's time to predict the scores week 35 of this 2022-2023 Premier League season. At the time of recording, which is on Wednesday evening, there are games still going ahead for game week 34. Liverpool have just taken on the lead through a Mohamed Salah penalty and is currently 0-0 in the Manchester City West Ham match. So that means we haven't actually got a league table overall top scorer for you at the moment, but I will put them at the end of the video. With that being said, let's just get into it and get down to business.
Okay, so first up we have Bournemouth against Chelsea. Bournemouth in decent enough form, winning their last two matches, and then nothing said more about Chelsea. Absolutely diabolical. That trend is going to continue for them, and in fact Bournemouth are going above Chelsea and breaking the 40 points mark. 1-0 Bournemouth.
1-0. Well, Chelsea 5 defeats in their last 6 matches. Frank Lampard hasn't won a single match back at the Bridge. Bournemouth, very good form, especially at home. 4 wins in their last 5 Premier League matches. However, in this one, something's got to happen at Chelsea. Surely they can get something in this. A 3-1 reverse against Chelsea in their last fixture, but I think they will grind out a draw in this one. I think they'll concede, but I think they'll score, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline. Next up, we got Manchester City coming up against Leeds. Sam Allardyce, Super Sam, Fireman Sam, you could say. Can he extinguish the flames? Can he save the Leeds? He didn't do it at West Brom.
Yeah, but to be fair, he wasn't backed, so...
Yeah, he's got 4 matches to save their season. They're currently in 17th position. Manchester City should run rampant in this one. Can he galvanise that lead squad? Who knows? I'm going to go for a 4-0 victory to the Citizens in this one. They got the league title in their sights.
I mean, what a waste of time it was appointing Javi Gracia just to sack him before the end of the season. Like,
4 managers.
Just completely pointless. What on earth are Leeds doing there? But yeah, one way this is going 6-0 Man City.
6.
Well, last time it was 7,
wow.
So I was tempted to go 8 or 9, but that's a bit too much. I hate Leeds anyway. But anyway, moving on. Next up, we got hapless as well. Spurs coming up against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, completely different team since Roy's taken charge. 4 wins in their last 6 matches. Spurs not in great form at all. Another Palace win, 2-0.
Yeah, Spurs only 1 win in their last 6. They did put up a bit of a fight against Liverpool last time out, where it ended up 4-3 in the end, in a magnificent match, wasn't it? And could have gone on to win that match. Harry Kane continues to score goals and assists. It's an absolute machine. Spurs at home to Crystal Palace. I think it's going to be tight, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Spurs, because I think at home they may just have a little bit too much for the Eagles. Moving on to the next match, we've got the last of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. We've got Wolves against Aston Villa, a bit of a Midlands derby this one. Finished 2-1 to Wolves in the same fixture last season. However, Villa, 1 defeat in their last 6, which was a reverse against Manchester United in their last match. And Wolves absolutely getting smashed to pieces by Brighton down on the south coast, and it wasn't even their strongest team. Fresh team, but not their strongest. Villa, Ollie Watkins, I think he's blanked in his last 3 matches. It's going to be very, very tight. Wolves will want to, put something right after that, conceding 6 goals. I think they'll keep it down, but I think Villa ultimately are going to come away with a 1-0 win. They're pushing for Europe, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They're just going to keep going with it, but yeah, I mean, Wolves have only really been grinding out the teams around them, but I think they're going to struggle here, 2-1. Okay, so next up we've got Liverpool against Brentford. Brentford's starting to resurge a little bit after that poor run of form, but Liverpool have been in decent form and scoring goals. I think Brentford will keep them at bay though, but it's at Anfield, so 1-0.
1-0 to Liverpool, yeah? Well, I'm going to go for a 3-1 home victory to the Reds in this one. Mr. Klopp in lots of trouble with the officials yet again recently. They're currently playing Fulham, where it looks like they're running rampant. Alexander-Arnold in that kind of new role he's got, where he pushes up to midfield. In the fixture they're playing at the moment, he's looking really good. At home, Anfield, Liverpool winning 4 games on the bounce at the time of recording. I'm going to go for another win, 3-1 to the Reds. Moving on to the next fixture, which takes place on a Sunday at 4:30 live on Sky. We've got Newcastle coming up against Arsenal. Now, Arsenal, after a run of 3 draws and a defeat, came away with an excellent, it was an inevitable 3-1 victory over Chelsea. Arsenal do seem to concede as well, but that solitary goal. Newcastle now in 3rd position, 5 wins in their last 6 matches, a dismantling of Southampton, where Southampton went ahead in that last fixture at St James's Park. I expect a very, very tight game. Odegaard with a brace in that last fixture as well for the Gunners. Tight match, but I think Newcastle will win this one 2-1. They're failing to keep clean sheets themselves then.
Interesting, yes. For me, this is just going to be too tight. Newcastle scoring a shed load of goals. Arsenal did have that inconsistent run, which has basically bottled them the title. I can only see another stalemate here, 1-1.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on to the 7 o'clock on BT Insane Time. West Ham, Man United. West Ham resurging a little bit, currently playing against Man City at the moment. They're coming against the Manchester United side who are in quite decent form as well. Gonna edge it to Man United though, 2-1.
Yeah, I agree. I think Man United to take all 3 points in this one. Defensively, they're looking quite good. That game against Villa. Okay, Villa did have a lot of chances, but Man United kept them at bay. At the London Stadium, I can actually see West Ham getting something, but then again, Rashford, Fernandes, they should be on fire.
Yeah.
Sancho's actually looking decent at long last. I'm going to go for a 2-0 away victory to the Red Devils. We then move on to the Monday fixtures where we've got Fulham coming up against Leicester. Fulham, a few injuries now. Leicester City fighting for their lives, currently in 16th positions. 2 draws back-to-back and a win as well recently. Fulham, okay, not the best of form. Prior to this match against Liverpool this evening, they suffered defeat against Aston Villa and Manchester City. But I think at home at Craven Cottage, I think they'll grind out a 1-1 draw.
Interesting, yeah, this is for Fulham for me. I mean, Leicester have picked up a lot since Dean Smith has come in, but they're just grinding out draws at the moment, and they're not even getting the results against the teams they should be. So yeah, I'm going to fully expect Fulham winning this one 1-0. Moving on, next up we've got Brighton against Everton. Now Brighton, up and down form, still playing good football and also getting some decent results against the odd team as well. I mean, that result against Forest was a shock, but when they beat Wolves 6-0, that's just ridiculous with the amount of players they rested. But Everton, I think they're dead and buried now, to be honest. I'm going to go 3-0 Brighton.
3-0 Brighton. Well, Brighton actually play on Thursday night against Manchester United, which is a day earlier than the time of recording. Everton look dead and buried. No wins in their last 6 matches. They've only won 6 matches all season. Brighton devastating in their last fixture. I think Brighton will take all 3 points, and I'm going to go for a 4-1 victory. Once they're on song, that forward line, that front 4-5, if you like, of the Seagulls can run rampant. And the final fixture of this game week says Nottingham Forest taking on Southampton, 8 o'clock on Sky on Monday the 8th of May. Both of these teams fighting for their lives. This could be, it probably is last chance saloon for Southampton. It's probably already gone for them. Nottingham Forest now in 18th position, only 1 win in their last 6 matches. However, I think they'll win this one, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 home win to Forest in front of their fans who have to be up for this game.
Yeah, I think in this one, if Southampton don't pick up 3 points and other results don't go their way, they're down. So I think that is going to be the case. I'm going to go 2-0 Forest.
Fantastic. That concludes our predictions for game week 35 of this 2022-2023 Premier League season. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Super Brew website, and also leave them as a comment as well, because we read each and every comment. Now, vlogging wise for Cardiff City, the season is pretty much over. Cardiff do play on Monday away against Burnley, but we're unable to go to that fixture. Will there be a roundup of the Cardiff City season coming out on your channel, Nathan?
It depends if I have time, which I really don't at the moment, so we'll have to wait and see.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining me once again. Thanks for everyone for joining us once again. There will be another show coming out next week. However, we're going to have to record that one at the end of this week as well, so apologies for that. But enjoy your Premier League weekend for game week 35, and we'll see you in the next video.
My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah,